Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be talking about sick leave and what you need to know as an employee. Do note that sick leave is an important benefit that employees should be aware of, and we're going to break down the key points for you. So let's look at sick leave entitlement. Current policy dictates that an employee is entitled to 36 working days of sick leave with full benefit over a 3-year cycle. That means you have 12 days of sick leave per year. It is important to note that any unused sick leave credits will lapse at the expiry of the 3-year cycle. Let's look at the responsible use of sick leave. Do note that it is the incumbent or the employee who utilizes and manages their sick leave to do so responsibly and with circumspection. This means you should use your sick leave for genuine illness or medical procedures and not for any other purpose. It's important to be transparent and honest when using sick leave. In terms of clinical procedures, if you need to take time off for a clinical procedure, you must submit your application for sick leave in advance, unless the treating practitioner certifies that such procedures have to be conducted as an emergency. Do note that in terms of the notification of illness or injury, if you are suddenly overcome by an illness or injury, you must personally notify your supervisor or your manager immediately. A verbal message to your supervisor or manager by a relative, fellow employee, or friend is only acceptable if the nature and or extent of the illness or injury prevents you from informing the supervisor or manager yourself. So what happens around the submission of an application for sick leave? As an employee, you must submit an application for sick leave personally or through a relative or fellow employee within 5 working days after the first day of absence. The employee's supervisor, manager, head of department, and or his or her delegate must, within 2 working days from receipt of the leave application form, recommend or not recommend and or approve or disapprove the application and submit the same to the relevant HR division in your department. According to policy, an employee must submit an application for sick leave within a specified period. If they fail to do so, the leave period will be regarded as unpaid leave or taken from annual leave credits. Failure to submit the application on time or to manage it properly may result in disciplinary action against the employee or the supervisor. An employee must submit a medical certificate for every occasion of 3 or more sick leave days signed by a practitioner or the person as approved in the policy prescripts. If an employee establishes a pattern of sick leave, the employer may require them to submit a medical certificate for periods of sick absences of less than 3 days. If an employee is absent from work on more than 2 occasions during an 8-week period, regardless of the duration of the sickness or injury, they must submit a medical certificate stating that they were unable to work for the duration of their absence. Sick leave may also be granted for quarantine or isolation periods of at least 10 consecutive days. If an employee falls ill during annual leave with full pay, their leave may be converted to sick leave, provided they submit a medical certificate to substantiate their illness. Finally, if an employee takes 15 consecutive calendar days of leave without pay, their sick leave entitlement will be reduced by 1/72nd per sick leave cycle. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative content. We will see you next time when you look at temporary capacity or permanent incapacity leave. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.